Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Blackberry, 2023, Matt Johnson. This film chronicles the lives of Mike Lazaridis and Doug Freegan. Founding a company called Research in Motion, Mike and Doug are close to financial ruin before meeting one Jim Basile. Upon buying into the company, Basile markets and launches what would become the biggest mobile device the world had seen at that time, the Blackberry. But with mounting tensions in the company, Mike, Doug, and Jim's future is uncertain and their actions will affect their lives forever. Matt Johnson here, I think, is really coming to his own with this film, and I am super impressed. This is a pretty engaging and entertaining drama about the once iconic phone brand. Anytime I've discussed Matt Johnson in the past, I've referred to him as a director with a ton of upside. This means that I think he has tons of potential and the ability to truly make something good. Like, he just had to get away from all the found footage garbage he was making. Okay, I think I maybe should, clarify my position here a little, because it comes off as kind of harsh. So, The Dirties, I remember that being fine. I remember that moon landing movie he made was also fine, but I have a distaste for found footage, and I know that Matt Johnson is capable of much more professional, much more intricately made filmmaking. And I know he's capable, in general, of good stuff. I've heard great things about something called Nirvana the Band, The Show. And as I said, this film is, pretty damn good. So, he just had to grow a little, I think is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Continue. Now that this film is here, a film with a sizable budget and a pretty big cast, I think Matt, his name is Matt. Continue. Has really realized his potential. The pseudo-documentary, handheld, almost found footage style, it's not found footage, but it's, very guerrilla. Combining that with a normal narrative feature is a viable method of shooting a film, and Matt does it with this to full effect. The shot composition and editing are all effective, and at no point was I ripped out of the film because, it's a film passing it off as real, dusted up camera footage. Whatever. Found footage is garbage. We've talked about this before. Moving on. The production design in this film was pretty good as well, and it captured the time periods they were in pretty well. Doug's fashion sense is pure 90s nerd, and I really dig it. Related to this, the makeup was pretty damn good, and they managed to make everyone more or less look like the people they were portraying. Maybe Jay Baruchel was a tad too skinny to play Mike Lazaridis. Maybe that's how he looked at the time. I don't know. But the hairstyle was just on point for that character. The king, though, for this discussion of makeup and making people look like their real-life counterparts, was Glenn Howerton as Jim Basile. I straight up didn't fucking recognize him as Dennis from It's Always Sunny. It was just so fucking amazing how well he looked the part for this film. The score and soundtrack, though, was the thing that enamored me. The original music was primarily an ambient sort of affair. Very chimey, droning, and rising synths sounded like video game music to me, and it really fit the world of tech and science that this film was exploring. The soundtrack, though, oh my god, was just full of alt-rock bangers that really fit the tone of the film. From fucking Joy Division to The Strokes. It had your usual suspects that a director like this would use, but then I fucking heard Slint. Fucking Slint in this film, and I marked out. I believe the song they used was Nosferatu Man. It was a song off Spiderland. I know that much from what I remember, and it was just a top tier fucking banger for that scene, and I was loving the tone that song set for the scene. Lots of tension in it, and I was just fucking enamored. The writing is very just typical for this genre of film. Reminded me of other films like The Social Network. The Social Network is going to be the big comparison for this film. Mike Lazaridis' arc of turning into the thing that he despises, well, it was a predictable sort of pattern in terms of plot structure and character development. It was sold effectively. I was very interested in watching this company fucking crumble because I wasn't necessarily aware of the inner workings of that story. The final scene was very similar to the final one in The Social Network. Mike hears that annoying hum of Chinese products in the Blackberry storm and tries to fix as many as he can before they ship. Kind of like how Mark tries to add his ex on Facebook. This man rose to the top, but at what cost? The cast of this film, I think, is what aids in selling it. In our three lead roles, we have Jay Baruchel, Glenn Howerton, and director Matt Johnson. Jay Baruchel was very enthralling as Mike. He brought such a convincingly meek attitude, and watching that clash with his inflating ego and sense of pride was really amazing. Glenn Howerton not only looked the part, but killed it as Jim Basile. The perfect amount of loud and obnoxious to really sell you on his scumminess. Director Matt Johnson, though, was probably my favorite performance. He fucking exuded such low-test energy and pathetic insecurity in this role. And much like the other characters, there was so much meat to the performance that it helped develop the characters more. Overall, I look forward to seeing what Matt does next. Having found the right budget and backing to truly create a proper feature film, he has truly proven what talent he has. A game script with a fantastic cast to bring it to life. Blackberry might not be the most original sort of story in how it's told, but it is told with a ton of energy and creativity from a directing standpoint, and I respect that. If you're looking for a good, based on a true story sort of drama to throw on one evening, this one is a fun watch and it'd be worth checking out. And I am feeling a 7 out of 10 on this one. It's good stuff. Catch you later, guys.